All right, a couple of headlines. You know how much I love to start off with headlines. 2023 marks the worst year ever at the border with 3.2 million nationwide encounters. That includes the north and south border, according to the congressional reports. Encounters of the southwest border in fiscal year 2023 increased 40% over 2021, 4% compared to 2022, and more than 100% more than 2019. A total of 2.47 million immigrants were encountered at the southern border for the fiscal year. Now, we had a commentary on our show with Sheriff Mark Lamb from Pinal County. Sheriff Daniels was on with Arizona's Morning News talking about a new coalition of agencies and sheriff's departments bringing and sending assets down to the border to help Cochise County and other border counties deal with the issue. Here is part of a statement from the Arizona Sheriff's Association. Sheriff's deputies across Arizona will work their shifts in Cochise County to help staunch the flow of drug and human smuggling in the state. Sheriffs announced this week they are sending deputies from Apache, Coconino, Navajo, Pinal, and Yavapai counties to Cochise to work alongside other law enforcement to curb border-related crime. Every day, sheriff's deputies from the state encounter drug and human smugglers in our communities. The Arizona Sheriff's Association president, David Rhodes, said, "This is not a border region problem, but a crisis in all of Arizona." So I will say this. I'm looking at this, and the one that is standing out to me that's not there is Maricopa County. And I wonder, as most of you know, I have a very good rapport and a friendship with the sheriff who is going to be leaving in January. But I wonder why Maricopa County has decided not to join this group. And I may reach out to Sheriff Penzone and ask him that. But when you look at Arizona, obviously this is not just a border problem. It affects our entire state. You go north to Yavapai County, and they're interdicting drugs just like they are in every other place. Over $1 million worth of fentanyl was seized along the California highway. And when you look at the issue that continues at the border, it is about financing. The federal government should be doing more. So this is the difficult place that people find themselves in. When I mean people, are law enforcement agents. It is a federal problem. The federal government should be sending assets. The federal government should be doing more. There should be more money coming to Arizona to help offset the expense of what we are enduring. That's not happening. So how much do you have to deal with what should be and trying to get that? We know that Senator Kelly has, he's a Democrat, and yet he has said that the Biden administration should not be rerouting money to New York. It should be coming here to Arizona. So has Senator Sinema. So have a great number of members of the House and the delegation from Arizona. So far, that's not necessarily happening. So what can we do in the state? As we heard Sheriff Lamb from Pinal County say on this show, they're going to be sending their helicopters and some of their deputies to Cochise County to show of force. I don't know that people grasp the enormity of what's happening. You are talking about a multi-billion-dollar organization. When we say cartels, I don't know if people understand the organization. I don't know if people understand the amount of money that is involved, where this is a high-tech coordinated effort where sheriff's department, entire police agencies find themselves outmanned and outgunned. This happens a lot. So it is a dangerous proposition. The cartels are talking about billions of dollars in their drug and human trafficking, and they're going to do what's necessary to get as much of it through as possible. So we think about law enforcement as being the bigger force. And we talk about law enforcement agencies in the Valley that are understaffed, but you know that when you need the SWAT team overwhelms, and SAU, whatever you want to call it, that in those instances that the police agencies, when necessary, are usually able to outgun or outman the opponents and the evil that's out there and the criminals. What you see at the border is many times you've got deputies and police officers and troopers that are finding themselves that they are outmanned and outgunned, outnumbered and outgunned. And it is a desperate situation, and the federal government should be taking a good look at it. When you are dealing with these kinds of billions of dollars, just the intelligence gathering, with having spotters in the mountains that are watching the drug traffic and human traffic being brought in, they also can see law enforcement on the ground. Law enforcement agents actually are listening in and hearing them describe to drug cartels where law enforcement assets are existing on the ground. That's what they're up against. And a lot of that is, we've got to stop these things from happening.